Hello students, last time in the video we have discussed about the theorem of the derivative, as well as we have also discussed about some of the numericals related to the applications of that theorem. Now today in this video we are going to discuss about some of the derivative functions or related to the trigonometric. Okay, we are going to discuss the trigonometric functions. What are the derivatives of that trigonometric function? So first of all, that is the derivative of sine of x. If we have seen the derivative of sine of x, then this operator, what does it call? This is the derivative. And what is its name? It's operator. What is the function of the operator? The function of the operator is to convert the one function into the another functions. Okay? So here the derivative of sin x will be converted into the cos of x. That means when this derivative operator will be applied on the sin of x, so it will convert it into the cos of x. Second one, in the similar manner, derivative of cos of x. If we apply this operator, what happens? If we apply this operator on the cos f functions, so this will convert it into the sine of x with the negative sign. Is that clear? In which function it will convert it? It will convert it into the sine of x. Similarly, the next one, derivative of tan of x. Whenever we apply the derivative functions on what? Tan of x trigonometric function, it will convert it into the secant square x. Secant square x. Is that clear? Now, next one. Why we are doing this so? Because in all of this physics, we will use this kind of the trigonometric functions or its derivative in solving the larger articles. Clear with that? So next one is the derivative of cot of x. What is the next one is the derivative of the cot of x. So this will come out to be negative of the cosecant square x. किसके इक्विवेलेंट हो जाएगा ये cosecant square x के इक्विवेलेंट हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So you have to this remember all this trigonometric ratio because this will be a very necessary in solving the physics articles. So next one is the derivative of what? Derivative of secant x. What is the next one? Next one is the derivative of the secant x. So next also secant x comes out to be negative of the secant x into tan x. Is that clear? Not secant, negative. Sorry, this will not be a negative. So secant x will come out to be equivalent to the secant x and tan x. Similarly, next one is the sixth one, the derivative of cot x is one, secant x, cosecant x. Cosecant x. Now this cosecant x will be equivalent to the negative of the cot of x into cosecant x. Now, if you remember the things in the previous video, we have discussed that whenever the function will come out to be a x, this will not end up here. It will also have the derivative of the basic function. In case अगर आप लोगों लास्ट टाइम वीडियोस नहीं देखी हैं तो आई रेकमेंड यू गो टू द प्रीवियस वीडियो एंड देन आफ्टर सॉल्व दिस फंक्शंस. ठीक है. तो व्हाट विल हैपन हियर इफ वी टेक द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ sin of x. Sin is the trigonometric function, s is the variable, but I am saying sin is the trigonometric function and x is the variable. So when we apply this operator on the sin of x, when we apply this derivative operator on the sin of x, it converted into the cos x, but the derivative will not end up here. What will happen? Derivative will not end up here. Why? Because we, after this solving, we have to multiply and take the derivative again of this function. This is the variable function. What does this x called? X called is the variable function. So we have to take the derivative of this x, but both these quantities are equal, so that's why they cancel out each other. what happen? They cancel out each other. That's why we are not showing here in this theorem. Is that clear? Why we are not showing this derivative here? Because this value will be the same and they will cancel out each other. That's why its product will be equivalent to the 1. So that's why we are not showing this value here. Otherwise, it will also have the derivative of x. It will also have the derivative of x. It will also have the derivative of x. In the numerical, we will see how we will proceed this variable. Okay? So this one is the related to the derivative of the trigonometric ratios. Clear well? Okay, apart from these trigonometric derivatives, we have two more derivatives of the functions. That is, first one is the, if we apply that, this derivative operator on the log of base ex. On what? When we apply this operator on the log of base ex, that converted this function into the 1 upon x. In which function? 1 upon x. And remember, I earlier told you that this function will not end up here. After that, we have to multiply this variable with the derivative of the same functions. Is that clear? So this will cancel out each other. That's why we never write it as. Okay, that's why हम यहाँ पे इसको लिखते नहीं हैं हम ऊपर. Clear हुआ? Similarly, the second function is the derivative of e raised to power x. Where e raised to power x is called as the exponential function. What does it call? Exponential function. When this derivative operator will apply on this exponential function, so it will remain unchanged. There is no change in any kind of this function. If we have the e raised to power x, the derivative of e raised to power remain as such e raised to power x. So multiply derivative of the variable. What is the variable here? Here is the variable is x. So we can write it as x. So usually this cannot be written. I am just trying to tell you that derivative is not end up here up to this function. So this will come out to be e raised to power x. So these are the other things to some of the variables. Is that clear? No. There is some of the basic theorem which we will use in the physics also. That is the most important one. Let's see here. That is the, if we take the log of m minus log of n. Log m, log n. So that functions can be written as in terms of the log of base e m upon n in the dividing form. Wherever we see this kind of the function, the log of base e minus of log of base m minus of log of n, that will be equivalent to the log m upon n. Similarly, if we see the function like this, log m plus of log n, so that function can be written as in the form of the log of base e m into n. In which form? M into n. So remember these things and we will use this in the numerical purposes now. Clear with that? Thank you all.